Hey there, this is class one of the video reviews or the video lessons. Let's first talk about this section. I'll do the definitions, I'll do the classwork, or do some of the classwork. Remember, you have to submit your classwork by the end of the period. It should be there on Google Classroom, posted along with this video. All right, first off, let's talk about the notes. A median is a segment joining a vertex. And when I say vertex, I just mean like a corner of the triangle to the midpoint of the other side. I know this is a midpoint because these two are equal to each other. So there's a vertex to the midpoint, vertex to the midpoint. Now, if three medians, so three of these lines hit, are in a triangle, they intersect at what we call the centroid, okay? So in this case, our medians are AE, so this line over here, DC, this line over here, and BF, this line over here. The name of the centroid is just the point in the middle, which in this case is P. And let's talk about the relationships between these centroids, okay? So we're going to use BF as our example, okay? So BF is definitely the long line. We can start off with something with segment addition postulate, which is I know this piece right here, PF, and this piece right here, BP. I know PF plus BP equals the whole line BF. That's pretty straightforward. That's segment addition postulate. What's interesting, though, is that the piece of the line, in this case PF, I could be talking about PE or DP, that this segment of the line is going to be 1/3 of the whole line. So it's 1/3 of the whole line BF. So PF is 1/3 of BF. If PF is 1/3 of BF, the whole line, then I can rewrite that as saying 3 PFs, so 3 times this one, equals 1 BF, which is the whole line. Again, 3 of the small pieces, that's the one that touches the side versus the corner or the vertex, the one that touches the side, so that could be PE or DP, is going to be 1/3 the whole line, which is BF. If this part is 1/3, we could conclude that the blue part is 2/3. So I know BP is 2/3 BF, the whole line. If I multiply 3 on both sides, I can write this as 3 BP equals 2 BF. 3 BP equals 2 BF. Okay. And then the relationship between the small side, the one that touches the side of the triangle, versus the long side, the blue here, the one that touches the corner or the vertex. So this is 2/3, this is 1/3. So this blue one is twice as big as the red one. So 2 PF, or 2 of the red ones, equals 1 of the blue ones, BP. And this works for any median. So I could have done that with AE, or I could have done that with CD. And then they should have labeled here, this is 2 tick marks because this is a median. All right. So let's talk about this. P is the centroid of JKL. So J to the K to the L. I'm sorry, JKL is the triangle. JK is 22. So from J to K, that is 22. From 13, from K to N, so this one's 13. And then OL, which is this one over here, is 18. Okay? Now, this is a centroid. Since P is a centroid, I know ML is a median, so I know this should be equal. I know JN is a median, so this should be equal. And I know JL should be a median. Or, I'm sorry, I know KO should be a median, so JO should equal JL. With that in mind, KM, since this is a median, I know this should be half of the total, so that's going to be 11. And L, since this matches this, if this was 13, then this should be 13. KL is the whole thing. If this is 13 and this is 13, that's going to be 26. JO, if this is 18, the other side is 18. And then JL, 18 times 18, or 18 plus 18, is 36. Because if this is 18 and this is 18, together they're 36. So on the outside, it's pretty straightforward. Number 2, if Z is the centroid of TUV, which means these are all medians, TZ is 60. So TZ, so this one is 60. This line right here. XZ is 28. So this line here is 28. And WZ, where's WZ? WZ, so this line over here, that line is 25. Okay. Let's figure it out. All right. ZV. So ZV, which is here to here, since I know this small piece is 28, and I know it's the small piece because it hits the side, it's the part that hits the side, that's going to be half the size as the big piece over here. So if this is 28, I know this piece should be 28 times 2, or 56. So this is going to be 56. ZY, so ZY, so this line over here, this is the small piece, right? Because it's the one touching the side. This is the big piece because it touches the corner. So since this is the big piece, 60, this should be half of the big piece, which is 30. So this should be 30. How long does this go on? What is this? All right. So now this one, ZU goes from here to here. So this one is going to be twice as big because this is the bigger piece because it goes to a corner, while W is the side. So if this is 25, then this should be 50. TY, so T to the Y over here, is the whole line. If this one's 60 and this one's 30, combined, they should be 90. 60 plus 30 equals 90. XV is XV over here. If this is 28 and this is 56, we could add that together. 28 plus 56 is 74. 84. My bad. Let's do number 3. If the centroid of ACE, so we know these are all medians, AG is 8. So A to G is 8. So this one's 8. GF is 7. G to the F is 7. That's the short side because that's to the wall, or that's to the edge, and this is the corner. And BG is 5. This is the short side because it hits the side. Let's find each measure. So before I even look at these, I could actually fill out most of this. If I know the short side's 5 over here, then this should be the long side. So this should be 10 because that hits the corner. If I know the short side here is 7, then I know the long side should be twice as that. So that's 14. So CG is 14. I'm going to draw an arrow, 14. And then if this one's 8, then GD is the short side because it hits the wall. So this is the long side. AG is 8, so this one's 4. So with that in mind, let's get it done. GD, so from G to D, we're already labeled it as 4. AD, from A to D, is 8 plus 4, so that's 12. CG, C to the G is 14. GE, G to the E over here is 10. And then BE, the whole line, 5 plus 10 is 15. All right, let's try number 4. TU is 27, so T to U, so the whole thing is 27. I'll put that on the outside here. So TU, the whole line is 27. SW, the whole line is 18. And RV, the whole line is 21. So let's talk about how we do each one at a time, okay? I'll do orange for this one. I'll do blue for this one. So let's start with the 27, UT. The short side, when compared to the whole line, is 1/3 of the whole line. So what I could do is just do 27 divided by 3. That UX must be 9, because it's 1/3 of 27. If I figure this is 1/3, this should be twice the small piece. So 9 times 2 is 18. And that makes sense. 9 plus 18 gives me 27. Over here, 21. The small piece is 1/3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. And then this piece over here is double the small piece. So that is going to be 14. And then this one over here, the small piece, and the small piece, I know it's a small piece because it hits the wall, is going to be 1/3 of 18, so 6. Which means this piece over here should be double 6, or 12. After I label all of that, it's pretty easy to solve the answers. TX is 18. XU, from X to, where's U? Over here, 9. SX is 12. XW is this one, which is 6. RX, so R to X, is 14. So your classwork is going to be these next questions over here from 5 to 9. You need to submit that before the end of class, okay? It will be automatically closed after class is over. Your homework, don't worry about the altitude, your homework will just be this page over here, okay? Which is more centroid practice. So your homework is the last page. Don't worry about altitude, we'll do that another time. But here, your classwork's 5 to 9. So 5 to 9, or the second page, you can think of it. Make sure you submit that before the Google Classroom closes submissions, okay? Hope this video helps. Work together. I'm not afraid you work together. Just work together and figure it out.